in 13 days, the State of the Nation address is happening. President Bongbong Marcos will be delivering his SONA on July 28. What do you want to hear? I mean, last year he made a bombshell announcement of banning POGOs, and now the talk of the town is online gambling. Do you think he should go towards that direction?
It's very predictable. They sort of build on an issue, and then Viola, it becomes now the centerpiece of the State of the Nation address. I don't think people would want to. Yeah, it is a concern about the Sabongeros. Where are they, etc., etc. The concern really is about PIGO and the influence of online gambling on Filipinos who are, you don't have to dress up, you don't have to go to the casinos, you just have to engage. And there's a lot of Filipino families suffering because of that. Now, are you going to remove ban PIGO? At the end of the day, it's still PAGCOR operating it. So I would rather he paints finally the canvas. Where are you going to bring this country in the next 3 years? And that's a short runway.
But Malu, there's a development relating to the missing Sabongeros, which, according to Justice Secretary Boying Remulla, may intersect the drug killings during the time of President Duterte. So it has become more relevant in the entire country.
Says that is, again, predictable. Anything they connect to Duterte. So there's this person who is now saying that there are police who did the operation on the war on drugs who were part of the Sabongeros, who were part in the whatever happened to the Sabongeros. My point being is that's a police matter. File the cases and let the courts decide. Meanwhile, because this president is not really a president for public safety. So why venture into that? Talk about the economy, talk about your build more, talk about what can be launched in the last remaining 3 years, talk about reforms.
But it can be relevant because the rise of e-sabong happened during the previous administration.
Okay.
And it did also affect the lives of many Filipinos. Maraming nasirang pamilya, nawala ng pera, etc. The betters, I mean.
Agree, but would you rather take 2 hours, 3 hours on Sabongeros than talk about what's important to Filipinos? I think, yes, it is a major issue, but certainly a lot of Filipinos would want to know, he just said there will be 6.7 trillion budget. Will it be followed by the House of Representatives? Will it be the same as the 2025? Will it be ayuda again and all the safety nets? I mean,
but Malu, that's the point, right? I mean, your survey as well as SWS, it's the same 3 issues at the top of mind for everybody surveyed. It's about health, it's about the rice, it's about inflation, price of basic goods. And the question, I suppose, is that sexy enough for a SONA?
Yes. If he, for example, says, okay, PhilHealth, I will give 100% coverage. That's sexy. After coming from this PhilHealth brouhaha of removing the funds, okay? GOCCs, I will give you all the subsidy so you can produce what we need to be done, right? Prices, it's a supply-demand thing. So how do these things can be done without much, introduction of laws? There is talk about removing the VAT on gasoline. There is talk about removing the VAT on electricity. There's so many proposals out there for that was filed by members of the 20th Congress. But seriously, I want to hear this president talk to us and tell us this is what we're going to do in the next 3 years. Paint me a picture so that I will be confident that in the next quarter and in the succeeding quarters of this year, people will be satisfied that the government is really moving.
So are the vlogs not satisfying enough? You know, he did try a different tack this year, although there's only been, I think, two episodes. Well, one episode with Kato Ying and about 3 episodes with Cheryl Cosim.
I don't understand why he needs to have a moderator there to ask him questions. He can go directly to the Filipinos and tell us, alam niyo mahirap maging presidente, pero ito ang gagawin ko. We
Maybe
need
a town
assurance.
hall would be nice.
Yeah, a town hall will be nice, where it's not moderated. It's really him talking to the people. All we need is an assurance that the next 3 years, business will expand. They will not wait for something. There'll be investors coming in, tourism, the visitors will be coming in. We need pump-priming of the economy. Kasi yan, pag naayos, hindi na magiging issue magkano ang minimum wage ko, ang presyo ng bilihin, meron ba akong pera para sa pamilya ko sa susunod na hapunan. Basic stomach issues. Kung hindi pa natin i-address ang stomach issues na yan, the bigger projects won't really be relevant to Filipinos, which is a sad thing.
The only time I remember him doing a town hall, or close to it, as Ses calls it, is after the ICC arrest of a former President Rodrigo Duterte. We never asked you, how did you assess his performance then? It was late at night? I think
No, that
around...
was a press con lang.
It was a press con, yeah. But
Press con
it
lang
was the
yun.
closest to a town
Closest thing
hall.
we have
The closest...
to him answering questions.
Yeah.
Parang walang nakikinig sa kanya kasi hindi sanay ang tao. Alas 11, alas 12, nagsasalita siya. 'Di ba? I mean, hindi naman siya si Digong So I don't expect him to be doing that. Pero I expect him to be addressing more often the public and really engaging. Kasi yung pag-ikot niya, nakakapagod yun Samantalang pag nag-a-address ka sa taong bayan, katulad dito na pag nanonood sa inyo, mas nalalaman ng taong bayan, di ba? So maraming kailangan baguhin sa presidential communication. Pero certainly, kailangan alsin yung balahura doon kasi kung ang pagbabalahura ay nag-emanate sa presidential podium, medyo may problema tayo doon.